Hallelujah!
What's up everybody, Matt from Barrel King here with the December releases for Barrel King Gold members. This month, 4 releases. An 8-year straight rye single barrel, a 17-year, 138 proof American light whiskey single barrel. Batch 72, the Christmas blend, is being re-released, plus batch 97, an American whiskey blend, is hot off the press, or fresh out the tank, or bowl. These particular offerings are only for Barrel King Gold members. If you're not a Gold member yet, but you want to be, click on the link in the description below. It'll bring you to Barrel King's website and you can get signed up. Hashtag no regrets. First up is this 8-year straight rye whiskey single barrel. This barrel was originally chosen by Dara and Bill of The Average Drinker. If you're not subscribed to their YouTube channel, go do it. They had some leftover bottles from their barrel, and let me tell you, this barrel is bonkers. I tasted this barrel blind when I was in St. Louis for the Bourbon Festival, and I was like, good grief, what is that? It's single barrel number S21-2400 and 15.5 proof. Wow. They labeled it The Average Drinker's Juicy Fruit Sour Green Apple, and I pick up on all that on the nose. I'll put Dara's tasting notes for this bottle in the description of this video as well. That is a perfect rye whiskey. That gave me goosebumps. You can't really tell because I'm wearing a shirt. This is an 8-year rye, but I feel like it tastes older than that. There are like these dark notes, these chocolatey, melted candy bar notes that's taking that extra potent 95.5 flavor profile and just rounding it out perfectly. If you're in one of those cold climates and you're looking for a great winter pour, this bottle, look no further, because holy shit, pardon my language. Oh, holy shit, this rye is really good. If you're one of the Gold members out there looking for a delicious Barrel King rye, this is it. This is gonna be the jam right here. Next up, let's dive into this bad boy. This is the American Light Whiskey Single Barrel. These are gonna come in 375 milliliter bottles. The label that's on here says straight bourbon whiskey. I just don't have the updated label yet. Yours will. Light Whiskey Barrel is 17 years old and comes in at 138.2 proof. I opened it last night, smelled it, took a sip, and immediately texted Jared and Bunch, and I was like, holy shit. Again, like with the language. Dang it. That's what I said though. If I'm gonna be honest, that's what I said. I said, holy shit. That light whiskey barrel is amazing. And I wouldn't lie. My oh my, that is wonderful. If you love American light whiskey, or you're just a proof hound, you love the highest proof stuff you can get, this Christmas season, it'll blow the bells off your balls and the tinsel off your titties. This is ridiculously good. First smell is a pure caramel. Extra sweet, super stretchy, like gourmet caramel. I typically get a ton of rock candy on light whiskey. Normally I get purple rock candy on the nose of these. This also rock candy material, but it's like if there was a cream soda flavored rock candy, or scented. If there was a luxury sugar out there that nobody knew about except for the ultra rich and like the most corrupt, this would be the scent of the sugar they would smell. The sugar they would use. Bam. Wow. That is one powerful and delicious sip. It was a big sip. Took a big sip there. That is what I call a takeover whiskey. Once you put it on your palate, nothing else matters. It shuts everything down in your body for a bit. It is a super sweet whiskey. The caramels and the cream soda comes through. Every nook and cranny in your mouth is just doused with that delicious American light whiskey oil. We're talking about one viscous Christmas, because that is a thick gal. That is thick. That light whiskey single barrel will be directly up your alley if you're into high proof offerings, like really high proof, and you adore a super sweet whiskey. Now let's go to batch 97. Batch 97 is a brand new Barrel King blend, but not all of the blend is brand new. Batch 97 would technically be considered an American whiskey, or to be even more technical, this could be called a blended bourbon whiskey. If you have a blend of different whiskeys and at least 51% of that blend is bourbon, then that is considered a blended bourbon whiskey by the TTB. A lot of people don't call it that and they'll call it an American whiskey. But either way you look at it, most of this is bourbon. The base for batch 97 is Delta. The Delta blend that was released last month, the remains of that were put into the base of this. On top of that Delta base, 3 barrels of stag finished 9 and 11 year MGP was added to the mix. And then 1 barrel of 17 year American light whiskey. Put that all together and you got this, a 113.3 proof Barrel King batch 97. Wow. That is very unique. What in the world? The nose on this is crazy. It's like root beer barrels and vanilla, but also there's like a brighter note that's almost like a Sprite vanilla root beer. The nose on this is dancing all over the place. It's doing the polka. It's doing the La Bamba, if that's a dance. It's doing the Macarena. It's doing the salsa. It's doing the YMCA. It's doing a ton of dances on the nose, and where the palate will end up, nobody knows. Every time you go back to the nose, it's still the same with a different twist to it. A ton of oak right there. Almost a citrus twist. The nose on batch 97 has me ultra excited to put it down the hatch. So without further ado, the finish on this is long, very long. I call a whiskey like this a curvy road. It's like one of those Subaru rally cars doing one of those rally races down the itty bitty skinny roads, and it's just like, you know, something like that. It's going this way, it's going that way, up and down, left and right. Just when you think you're locked on to what it's doing, it takes a different turn. And I appreciate that about a whiskey. I like a good complex pour. And first sip of 97, that's what we got. Now there's like a chocolate covered orange on the nose. It's delicate, but I feel like it's a caged animal. It's like that Cadbury bunny, if that Cadbury bunny had a vendetta. It's very well rounded and delicate, but then just when you think that, it gives you the bunny rabbit look with the red eyes, and it's like, ah, and you're like, wow, what was that out of you, bunny rabbit? The bunny rabbit, you think it's being super sweet and nice, but then you put your finger towards it and it just attacks you with the rabies. If rabies were a good thing in this case, because what the hell am I even doing? What am I talking about? I mean, I know what I'm talking about. I think that batch 97 takes Delta, eliminates a little bit of the funkiness that was in Delta, some of that turkey funk, and puts like a layer of butter over it, like a layer of sweetened candied butter. But there are also some very unique spices in there that I can't quite pinpoint. It's just like, I don't even know. I don't really know how to describe this yet. I feel like I need to sit with this for an extended period of time before I'm able to really wrap my head around it. I thought Delta was the most complex pour from Barrel King, but 97? I'm telling you right now, batch 97 is gonna be a lot of Barrel King members' favorite batch. I think that the light whiskey added something to this bourbon blend that not anything else could have done. It put like a chef's kiss on it, a little bit of a chef's kiss. And I know that you're watching an edited video, but I've been talking about batch 97 for what seems like 97 years. I can't shut up about it. And then last but not least, it's a re-release of Batch 72, the Christmas bottle. The best way to spread Christmas cheer is drinking bourbon all year. This is true. 28% 6-year rye finished in Desert Plum X port barrels, 29% 6-year rye finished in White Plum Jerkum Bordeaux style barrels, 42% 6-year bourbon finished in Madeira barrels, and 1%, the lonely 1%, 6-year bourbon finished in Amburana casks. The first time I had this pour was when I went to the St. Louis Bourbon Fest. I met a Barrel King Gold member who said this was his favorite Barrel King bottle and he couldn't stop going back to it. The next day when I went to Barrel King, I said, give me some of that Christmas blend, because I heard it's the shit. Then I tasted it and I was like, that was accurate. It is the shit. Wow. That is full of Christmas spice. That smells like your grandma's kitchen when she's baking the desserts. Obviously with the Amburana, you're gonna pick up that cinnamon right away, but there is a lot behind that cinnamon. A lot of purple fruits. There's dates and plums, just stewed purple fruits and cinnamon, all the great things that go into baking like vanilla and brown sugar kind of round out the nose. That literally is a Christmas pour in a bottle. Now let's put it down the hatch. Batch 72, here we go. Oh, my porter. That's what I'm drinking on Christmas. It is a Christmas bottle, but that is the Christmas bottle. If you don't drink that on Christmas, then you're doing it wrong. That is like molasses cookie, gingerbread man, sweet gooey cinnamon rolls, spiced apple rings. It's all the best Christmas sweets and Christmas spices all blended into a whiskey. I love that. I'm sure that a lot of Barrel King members have already tried Batch 72, but for you new members who haven't had the opportunity yet, I'm telling you right now, that is a Christmas bottle. That is Christmas, and you will love it. A lot of people, including me, get scared off when they hear Amburana, but in this situation, it is present. It is there. There's no denying it. But instead of overtaking the experience, it just kind of adds to it. I love that bottle. I don't even know what my favorite one this month is. Crap. All 4 releases for December are very unique. Depending on what your favorite type of whiskey is, this hits on all levels. If you're a high proof hound, boom, the light whiskey. If you're looking for one of the best straight ryes of 2024, look no further than the rye single barrel. If you want an extra complex Barrel King blend that's gonna have you sitting and thinking and wondering what the hell is happening while you consume more and more whiskey, Batch 97 is for you. And if you're looking for the ultimate Christmas bottle, the one that you will enjoy this Christmas and then wait and have again next Christmas and the Christmas after, Batch 72. This is a huge thank you to the gold members and the Barrel King community for accepting me with arms wide open into the Barrel King team in 2024. I absolutely love what Barrel King is doing, and I'm so proud to be a part of their team, and grateful and thankful, and I can't wait for next year to see what we can accomplish in 2025. I'm out here. Thank you everybody for watching. I will see you in January 2025 for the next round of Barrel King offerings. Love you guys. Have an awesome, great December, the best holidays, a fantastic Christmas. Good night. This was a super long video. It's gonna take me hours to edit.